in terms of how you see, so we are now in an interest rate environment that has impacted a lot of things, right? The markets included. How do you see this trending maybe for the maybe next 12 to 18 months? Do you see more of the same? Do you see things, improving on that side? And how will that impact the group?
I think we've started to see improvement in the corporate finance climate, which bodes well for investment banking. Interest rates have stabilized. We do not expect any further increases, but we are a bit cautious in terms of any reductions locally. We expect international reductions to come this year. As I said, our businesses are very diverse and are very, as one does well, another may do not so well because of the macroeconomic variables. So we're well balanced in that way. I'm optimistic about this year, but I don't think it'll be a explosive year in terms of asset prices. But real estate, fixed income, and equities. I think you'll just get more steady and less volatility. That's my view.
Okay.
But I do feel that every asset class has an upside. If you think about interest rates, they have to come down. So bonds will go up in terms of the market value of bonds. Equities will start to revitalize as interest rates come down. And judicious real estate is still a good long-term investment in my view.
Okay. I think that's a perfect segue into...
the best investment? Start your own business.
So that's exactly where we're headed. So we usually close out our interviews with asking a little bit on the personal side. And you did mention owning and operating 3 businesses. So I wanted to get your thoughts on that, right? So let's say that I have a business idea, I'm trying to, or let's say I even have a business and I'm trying to break through to that next level. Maybe that business has plateaued in terms of sales. Maybe I'm not getting the number of customers I'm hoping for. What would be your advice to that person seeking to take their business to the next level?
So I am a big believer in entrepreneurship, as my little joke a while ago would have indicated. It's not for everyone. Even for me, I run the businesses that I am the CEO of as if I am the owner of the business. But, in my terms of my risk appetite, I am where I am as a corporate leader. But for those Jamaicans who have an appetite for risk and are willing to take setbacks but regroup and start over, I would encourage entrepreneurship. And in a way, active investments in assets is a type of entrepreneurship, right? Stock exchange, real estate, bonds, etc. Advice is, always have a vision, always have a plan, always be able to take adversity and make it into, an opportunity. Seek mentors, look at what others are doing and stay on top of the industry you're in. Look after your team, find people around you that are solid people who all have the same vision and integrity. I think that is extremely important. Don't look for, ways to get rich quick. It'll come if you put the effort into it, and be there in your business and make sure you are there and know what's going on, and you roll up your sleeves and do the work.
All right, thank you for that. So in terms of your personal investment portfolio, because you are an investor, what's in your portfolio? Is it real estate, equities? Is it local only? Is it overseas? Tell us, about your investment philosophy and how you invest now. You don't have to name companies. You don't have to name any specifics.
No.
Of course.
So I'm pretty. sorry about that. As I said, my risk appetite is at my age and my stage of life is not high, right? So I am in all asset classes. I believe that real estate is about location, 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 and ensuring that you're not looking for the quick win. I don't believe in that in real estate or any asset. I shifted more to fixed income over the past few years away from equities. Clearly, I'm heavy Sagicor because I have a lot of sense, right? And I know what is good. But I'm balanced and I'm risk averse right now. For young people, maybe more risk, maybe playing, choosing stocks locally and internationally that have good growth and good dividend records and good growth potential, and that have strong and stable management team and good governance, would be a good play right now.
All right, sounds good. So in terms of books, personal development, podcasts, what are you reading? What are you listening to right now?
So right now I'm listening to a podcast called Acquired. Ben and David are their first names. It talks about how companies, large companies, have grown, failed, improved. I'm listening to one now about Hermes. The other one about, that one about the collapse of Enron, which was particularly interesting. But it really gives you a history. Oh, Warren Buffett and his business with Berkshire Hathaway was another one that really was interesting. So that's what I'm listening to now.
Great, interesting. You're the second CEO that mentioned listening or learning about the collapse of Enron. I don't remember who said it now, but it was a recent interview as well. So I should probably check that out because it's the second time I'm hearing it, maybe in the last 3 months. In terms of,
It has some lessons for us in Jamaica. Um, you know, it has some lessons around the auditing profession, how numbers are presented, um, and ensuring that regulators are on top of what's going on. So,
yeah, we can certainly
I think
learn a
Jamaica.
lot from past events. They have a saying that history repeats itself, and then there are some say that history doesn't necessarily repeat itself, but it may rhyme. So you still can learn from past events and say, how you can mitigate against those same events happening. So good stuff there.
Yeah. So my view is that to really create, best in class markets in Jamaica, we need savvy investors, people who, and your group, for example, is doing their role. More and more of that has to happen. People need to stop just reading the paper and buying on impulse and emotion. Um, a good media, a well-informed journalistic profession that knows about balance sheets and investments and understands companies, etc. Strong regulation. It might be painful, right? It's painful to us in Sagicor, in financial services, but it really sets you on a platform that where you can be globally competitive. And I think that's the message. And of course, good auditing, good auditing companies, and ensuring that what is presented to the public is real in every case.
Yeah, fully agreed with you. Our aim is to see the average Jamaican and even persons in the region being educated as to the basics of investing. That's why we have free classes every quarter on this channel, for persons to just learn the basics of investing, learn the basics of managing their money. And the reason why we do these interviews is to help persons to just expand their understanding of their investments, right? So if they learn more about you, learn more about Sagicor, then they can make a sound investment decision, and they'll be able to see and think long term about their investing and not necessarily approach it just by the way of just going on a whim to invest. So we're aligned there. We do want to see the space improve, and just the more persons actively investing, right? We see a great opportunity there.
Yes, and I think that is, awesome, and I just encourage you to continue doing what you do.
Thank you so much.